And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say.
Hey there, Leo. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads in the month of September is going to be your one-to-ones. So the reason I tapped that, you're going to see the formation in a bit, but it examines a direct relational line between you and another person. Caveat. Two major things. First is that people tend to call these types of reads love readings. I hesitate to call them that at times because sometimes even if there is a romantic partner there, then it doesn't always mean that things are lovely, right? We're trying to be as fair as we possibly can in the read. The second thing, it doesn't always have to be about an intimate love partner. Sometimes one-to-one readings, or that kind of direct line could be between friends, family, co-workers, somebody you just met, right? Trying to understand what does that direct relational line mean. So that's what's going to come up today. As a preamble to my reads, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse, right? At times when we're just pushing back against some of the messaging, some of the stuff that we hear, either I'm really good at my job, which means that it's hitting all the buttons, or I'm not good at it at all. In that case, it might not be hitting anything. Or I could be good at it and it still doesn't hit anything. 3 different outcomes. But it still results in the same thing, right, Leo? That we sit there and try to understand what's going on. I would never try to purposely mislead you as your tarot card reader. So follow along with me today. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in their one-to-one read, month of September. What is held in that one-to-one space between them and another? Between you and the other person, the Fool. Okay, so the belief in new beginnings is going to be your side. This is going to be theirs. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, something worth investing into. So the optimism of something on the horizon between you two. There is a notion that, okay, we're going to work, but we're going to work on kind of the minutia, but the everyday things that are necessary to maintain this. That is a mutual agreement that's being had between you and the other right now. You're saying, hey, I'm real optimistic about what could be. They're saying, okay, well, what does that actually look like? What are we building? What are we doing? Now, fronts and backs. So the cards that we need to see, please, for the fronts and backs of Leo in their one-to-one read today. The fronts, so now that we've established that we have 2 separate entities here in the read, right, Leo? The fronts will be what is facing each other, right? The things that we show. The backs, or the things that we don't immediately show, will be what's behind, if that makes sense. You'll see in a second. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Leo in their one-to-one read. Show us the fronts and backs in September. Starting over here. Okay, makes sense. 9 of Swords. Page of Swords. Okay. So let's go to their side. 2 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. So, whereas there is the optimism of new, and let's also call something renewal. Let's understand why. On your side, Leo, the front-facing card, the one that's facing towards them, right, is the Page of Swords. I'm going to observe. I'm going to try to watch, discern, and learn. Behind that, you also hold a 9 of Swords. All my nightmares and anxieties about what is or could be are also hinging upon my observation, right? And that's why I'm saying it's not simply new, it's renewal here. I don't know what dynamics is going on here right now, but whoever this entity is, or whoever is coming up in your read today, is somebody that you're seeking renewal with. Now, on the surface level, you say is a logical and optimistic choice. You're kind of trying to choke down some nightmares and fears right now about it. On their side, they're saying that things can indeed balance out. And even more so, beyond that 2 of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Cups. right? I want to seek a new emotional fulfillment with you in this dynamic. And so the Nine of Pentacles is one of basically raw execution and pragmatism, saying, hey, we have to see what actual investment looks like in our dynamic. You're saying on your side, yeah, I'm watching and observing. Show me what you got, right? Let's see if I can recognize it when it actually happens. Okay, fair enough. So there is a genuine optimism on their end. On your end, still the things that we're not saying out loud is things that are eating at us most. And we just got to be honest about that. Show positions, where we stand in this reading between Leo and the other, the 1-to-1 read, month of September. So let's card that we need to see, please. On your side, Leo, Queen of Cups. Okay. So in spite of all the fears and everything that, is giving you trepidation about the situation, right? You're still saying that it's worth it, right? You seek emotional fulfillment. What could that, can this actually be? Are we doing this right? And beyond the fears I have of doing or repeating how we fell apart last time, again, the Night Star is still very prevalent. We still have the Queen of Cups saying, you know what, emotionally, I'm in it for the long haul. Let's see what we got. On their end, the Hierophant, card of Taurus. And so if a sign comes up in the reading, could it be that person? Sure, but that's not entirely the point here, right? So if signs do come up, just understand this is more about the energy, not just a person. If it is a person, hey, you got your answer. But for the Hierophant, the card of Taurus, okay, now that we're seeing emotional renewal and long-term investment, what does that look like? It means that it's a holistic spiritual journey, right? That's what's coming up between you and the other person. While you're saying, yeah, I want to open up to this emotionally, personally, and try to get over my fears about it, they're saying, okay, what does that tangibly look like? On my end, I had to see what that overall investment, that Hierophant, that we're doing this by the book, that we're being spiritually guided on this path with each other, what does that mean? So this is sparking actually deeper questions in the motion of renewal with them, Leo, is that, okay, now that we're here, what is there? Right now that we're here, what does our path look like when we carve that out? Underneath it all? Okay, Knight of Cups. I like that. So again, in terms of emotional endearment or the hearts showing their most honest and vulnerable forms to each other, it actually is happening right now. But again, while one person is looking at just the raw, tangible efforts that must be put forth, you're looking at it with, yes, I'm showing you my open heart, but I also don't want to be hurt again, right? That is a recurring theme that's happening right now. So you're kind of in observation mode, even as it all goes down. Let's look at the bridge that lies between. So why do I call it 1-to-1s? We have one person over here, one person over here. They're looking towards each other. But we also have one person over here, one person over here, and what they share between. A 1, 2, 1. Going down the middle, show the cards that Leo needs to see, please, in their 1-to-1 read. What is shared between them and their person? The bridging gap. What is held? Ooh, that almost fell. Well, if it touched the table, then yeah, we're taking it, but can't take that. It has to touch the table. That's how I do my reads. What is held between Leo and their person? Okay, down the middle. 6 of Pentacles. Okay, the everyday things. Because, well, let's go down more because I think I know where this is going. 4 of Cups. Okay, so a notion of beyond the investment, we also have the knowledge of disappointment of where we were and how it stands. 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so eventually, because that came up very much on their side of what does working things out mean. 2 of Pentacles means a raw balance to be had between you and something else. But even more so, it's like juggling, right? Now, when we put that down the middle between you and that person, it's saying, okay, we'll figure out how to work this out. But that comes also with a trial and error process. What are we willing to put up with? And also Nine of Cups. That came out, yeah, in the underneath over there. So down the middle, we mutually acknowledge, hey, we're not happy where we are right now, right? That Four of Cups, very blunt, very clear. Okay, things could go so much better. But we're coming at this idea of renewal. Again, a new beginning over here and emotional fulfillment over here is already telling me that we have two people trying to come back together and iron out the kinks, right? Just being blunt and clear about that. And down the middle, now we're asking, okay, beyond being emotionally vulnerable with each other, because that is a huge step on both parties, right? Beyond being emotionally vulnerable with each other, what does it mean to do the long-term investment? Right, it's the everyday things, not these grandiose gestures. Cool, that's nice. But what about the everyday things? If we're arguing every day, what does that mean? If we're not addressing the things that we're not saying every day, what does that mean? It requires a deeper, okay, if we're gonna elevate to that next level, whatever that means between us, then we have to work out what didn't work out before. Underneath that, Knight of Swords, two knights. One of water and emotionality, the one of swords, quick and fast action decision making. Again, solidity in the choice. It's just that sometimes it's revealing things that we may not be the most happiest about. And that's fair, Leo. I see why. Okay? Let's define the major arcana across the table for you and your read. I'm being drawn more to that Hierophant, so let's look there first. Show us the cards we need to see, please. Define the major arcana strewn across the table for Leo in their 1-to-1 read. Month of September. Why does that person feel spiritually guided around doing this? The Hierophant, the Eight of Cups. Okay. And now that gives a new definition here. Let's talk about it. So, on their side, why the Eight of Cups is coming out. Sorry, I drank some soda earlier. It wasn't really a pause. I want to invest into this. The Eight of Cups is a card about the choice of abandonment and walking away, right? They want to see emotional renewal. They're actually being spiritually guided towards looking at this one more time. This is kind of like their last ditch effort. Either we will work this out or we will go our separate ways. Very solid, right? The Eight of Cups underneath the Hierophant, because that is their spiritual path. I want to see whatever this is with you, but can we work it out? Can we do it, right? This is very much a go-to attitude, and that's probably why all this, hard-hitting, boots on the ground kind of energy with that Nine of Pentacles came out first, of being like, okay, we're going to take it slow, we're going to take it methodically, because we had to see what emotional fulfillment is beyond what made us fall apart in that first place, right? The Hierophant and that Eight of Cups, I am back here now for a reason. But also, we broke apart for a reason in the past. If we break apart again, it sounds like it's done. Okay. At least that's honest. They are being very emotionally honest and forward about that. On your end, why the Fool? Queen of Swords. From what you know and what we want to try, you at least come to a factual conclusion that, yeah, in spite of any pain or misgivings, I see this as being worth it. I hope you do too. Right. I have a lot of fear on my heart. You have a lot of doubt in yours. Right. Both can exist mutually at once, but we just haven't acknowledged who we are instead of wishing who we could have been, right? If we want to do renewal properly, then we actually have to say what went wrong in the first place, both parties, both sides, whatever happened, and then say, and beyond dealing with that, I understand the efforts that you're putting forth towards me, and I want you to understand now the fears that I have about that as well, right? You have to be emotionally honest here. Fair enough. I like that. Resolution. Real cards resolution for Leo in their 1-to-1 read. What is held in a space of resolution for Leo in their 1-to-1. Month of September. And so, in resolution, Leo, the Hangman, time will tell. Both of you, in this say suspension, Can this really work out? Fair enough. I understand why on both sides. You're going through the motions, might as well go through all of them fully. The next, King of Cups, emotional maturity. And so when we hold all things to account, right, when we don't try to hide our dissatisfaction on either side, when we expose ourselves to that emotional vulnerability, also meaning that we have a level of emotional, wanting an emotional safety net and emotional trust there, right, Leo? On both sides, we're saying, if we can acknowledge where we went wrong, if we can say, yeah, we're both upset with how it ended the last time, if we can do it right, then we can do it better. Right? I'm having both parties kind of just bounce off of each other in this unspoken mutual acknowledgement that, hey, we're here now. What do we do with it? Right? So, yeah. I mean, time will tell, and both of you are actively observing, coming from slightly different spaces, but with the same exact purpose. Can we work? Underneath it all, 9 of Cups, the notion of self-fulfillment. Because again, I didn't sense immediate animosity here in your read, Leo. What I saw was just two people nervous about, can we get it right the next time? Can we get it right as our last time? Right? Let that be our last time trying to fix things. And if it is our last time trying to fix things, then that means, hey, we might have done something right this time. So again, those two knights and both saying they want to be fulfilled, both from a strategy standpoint and from the heart space. That's the head and the heart working at the same time. That's why I'm coming to that conclusion. So in conclusion, Leo, yeah, you both got your fears, both got your trepidations and reasons for why we're skeptical, but we also have two people coming together saying, hey, we can give it one last shot. And if it doesn't work out, hey, I can understand why. If it does, I'll be more than happy to experience that with you if we want to do that work to build it up together. That's why I have your read today, Leo. I hope this conversation helped. And again, power is in vulnerability. So do your best and take care, okay? See ya.